Hey, Noelz Nation. So we outside and we're walking, but I felt like I had something that I wanted to talk about on why I decided to get up and walk, because it's just been playing over and over in my head. So we all know, like I told y'all in the story time, that I initially went to my father for my insurance to be paid, and he didn't pay it. So once I lost my truck, I called him, let him know, I lost the truck. Now, if you know him, you know him. You know how he is. So prior to me losing my truck, I'm telling him that these people that I got my car from, they don't play. Like, they had, already told me from the beginning of getting my truck how they was when it came to insurance. And that's why I maintain, if I didn't pay nothing else, I paid my car insurance and then the truck payment later, because they would give me time to make the truck payment, but they not giving me no time on the insurance. So I'm telling him that the insurance, had to be paid, and he's arguing me down. When I say arguing me down, them people not gonna come take your truck for no car insurance being lapsed. Them people not gonna come take no truck for the insurance lapse. And I'm like, yes, they are. These people don't play. But you gotta also keep in mind, it's a nice truck. So they wanna make sure, later down the line, let's just say something happened or they have to get the truck back. What they gonna do with a wrecked truck or a truck that's been torn up and no insurance? So I'm telling him that the people gonna come and take the truck if I don't pay the insurance and all of this other stuff. So he argued me down. They not taking no truck. And I'm like, yes, they are. So I stopped going back and forth with him. I tried to find other means to get the money, DoorDash and Ubering and stuff like that. Uber Eats, I'm gonna say, not Uber, because my previous driving record wouldn't allow me to do Uber. So I would get up in DoorDash and Uber Eats to, pay the little bit of bills that I had. That's how I was getting by during the time that I didn't have a job. But I just did not make enough money doing Uber Eats and DoorDash to pay my insurance. So they took my truck. I called him and I told him that they took my truck, and he said, well, it's okay. I got a car lot that's up here by the place where I, where my job is at, because my daddy is a truck driver. I got a car lot where the company is stationed at. I'm going to go and talk to the man at the car lot and let you know. So once he did that or whatever, I talked to him a few days later, and he was telling me that my payment for a car with them, he found something for $2,000. So I'm telling him, like, I don't even have a place to stay, a roof over my head or anything. Where am I getting $2,000 from to make a payment on a car, to pay cash for a car? So, okay, I get out here where I'm at, and I get in contact with an old friend that works at the dealership in South Carolina, and she talked to him, got his information. He gave her all the information to run it for the car. Keep in mind, it come time for him to get to South Carolina to sign the papers for me to get the car, and he procrastinating. Now, there was a down payment for $1,000 for the car. $1,000 was being requested as the down payment. But we had done talked about the $1,000 because he was ultimately the reason why my truck got taken. And I can take full accountability. I've been saying this for the longest. I need to plan a little bit better, for one, and stop putting my trust in people. But my problem is that I be expecting people to do me how I would do them, and it'll never turn out good. So he procrastinating. A whole week and a half goes by and he still ain't get a route to South Carolina. So now I'm getting antsy and aggravated because I have things that, is coming up that needs to be taken care of. And I mean, like, important. I don't care about much when it comes to like having to start over. I will say that. But I got a storage unit that needs to be paid, and it got my kids' whole life in it. All of our important documents, all of their clothes, everything. So he says, well, who tells you, and this is exactly how he said it, who tells you to go and get a storage unit? You could have packed up your whole house and put it in your mama house. Now, y'all, I'm a little crazy, but I ain't slow. Pack up my whole house and put it in my mama house. I'm packing up a 4-bedroom apartment. Well, not 4-bedroom, but a 4-room apartment. My mama has 3 rooms, and then of course her living room. But she's lived there for 11 years. And we have not been there in years. So of course she done got comfortable and spreading her things out in her house as she should, living as a person by herself. So you want me to take my whole apartment and put it in her house? Where it's gonna go? I got a sectional, 3-4 TVs, a bunk bed, queen size bed set, a whole bunch of kitchen appliances. Where it's going? So I'm getting frustrated with him. And like I said, if you know my daddy, you know my daddy. He think he know everything. In his 60s, set in his ways. So you can't tell him nothing. So I'm telling him, like, that stuff is not gonna fit in the apartment. It's just not. Like, I mean, in the house, it's just not. We start arguing. We ultimately ended up getting into it because I don't need you chastising me every day for mistakes that I made. This is a big mistake that I made, and I'm dealing with the consequences from that mistake every day. I don't need you to rub it in my face. So, you guys see that cloud right now? It looks so clear. So I ended up sending him a text message. You have no sense of urgency or anything because it's not your situation. It's not something that you're going through. So you don't really care about it. The only thing you keep saying is, don't go back. And I'm like, you can't tell me what to do when you're not helping me in this situation. Furthermore, I ended up going off on him because he triggered me. I just told you that I came out of a toxic situation. And you're going to come along being my father, trying to do the same thing to me. But yours is more like, if I get you this car, you got to pick the kids up and move back to South Carolina. And what hurt my feelings the most in that situation, when I was talking to him about it, I'm like, well, I'm going back to school for my bachelor's in criminal justice. Like, I'm currently in school for that. I'm putting towards the work for my degree so that I can move up in what I'm currently doing. He says, well, good. You don't need to be the police anyway. You need to find something else to do with yourself. I hung up on him. And I texted him. And I told him, don't hit me up no more. You just as dead to me as I hope I am to you. Don't ask about me. Don't tell nobody I'm your daughter. And if it ain't hard, I'm changing my damn name. Because I don't even want to be your namesake. All these years, my daddy has been telling me that I messed my life up because I had my kids. And he don't know that my kids is what saved my life. I love my older sisters. I love all my siblings. Outside of my mama, and of course my kids, when it comes to family, that's really all I give a fuck about. All these years, with the things that you said, if I was another person, I would probably really dislike my siblings. Because he always tried to make it seem like the second set of kids messed their life up. Because we had kids. But my older siblings had kids too. I don't know if he knows this, but I needed my kids. God sent them in my life right on time. I got in trouble a couple times, but that last time when my mama told me she was going to take them from me, oh yeah, I straightened right up. Tony, you go back to jail again, and I'm taking your kids. Straighten right up. My kids ain't no mistakes. I'm not gonna lie though. After I had that conversation with my daddy on the phone, and then I ended up hanging up on him, and then I sent him that text message, I started to think. Like, I just, ended up in my head, because I'm just like, why, do I keep running into this brick wall when it comes to him? And it finally hit me. I always had to put this persona on that I was so strong and that I didn't care when it came to that specific relationship. And now that I'm older, I'm starting to see how much of a hold it really had on me. It really has on me. I'm starting to see how much of a hold it really has on me. I didn't realize how bad it hurt me until now. It played a role in the people that I chose to be in relationships with, the people that I've chose to build friendships with, how I raise my children. I have a lot of healing to do when it comes to my relationship with him. And it's definitely going to be a process. I want to be the best version of me. I want to give my children the best version of me. And in being able to give them that, I'm going to heal all of the unhealed parts of me. And it just so happened that it started there. So I'm taking it as, I had to lose everything for me to wake up. We're going to get through this healing journey. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And turn on those notifications so we can go ahead and get through this journey.